All right. How will all this shape the future? I'm going to try to sum it up now. And this is the boring part of the lecture. So bear with me. We have a couple of more minutes. Maybe take some questions as well. It's not going to be round in any way. And what I mean by that. If you look at the process today, this is the building process. That's actually a picture taken from Autodesk. Maybe you've seen it before. This is all the stages in a building's life. You make a program, you design it, you analyze it, you make blueprints, you build it, you make logistics, and you build it again. You operate it, and then you can either tear it down or you can rebuild it, right? That's the way it works. And when people start talking BIM today, they say, oh, you know, we can do all this crazy stuff. We can put in BIM information and all these faces. And this makes more small information containers in every face. Everybody's doing this now. It's unbelievable. And one of these days, somebody says, we have to send information to each other. It's great. I mean, you start sending it out, and there's of course a file that we can do this. No, we can't. Every one of these arrows has to have somebody to send away. You have to have a person to send it, you have to have a person to receive it, you have to have a person to check the quality, you have to have a person to, if there's a wrong, find the problem and fix it. Is this the future? No, of course not. It's strange. But this is how it looks today in 90% of the cases. So what we're doing instead is we're actually putting the computer base in the middle. Isn't it revolutionary? It's unbelievable. The thing here is that you're actually not going around anymore. If you're designing in a corner and somebody down at the logistics factory puts in a parameter, you will be affected directly. You will not get a new file, you will not get a new version. You will get instant information. If somebody makes an environmental analysis, you get better values. You're going to get the values directly into your 3D models. If you made a parameter window, for example, your window is going to get smaller by itself. How about that? So when you do BIM models in the future, if you know the term rigging, it's making it flexible. It's very important. So it's going to be 100% working by itself. And in this concept, the owner of the building owns the computer base in the middle. Nobody else. You can own your little 3D model on the side, but you know, why should you, really? This is the unbelievable future. So, to put it into text, I put a few pointers here. We're going to have global, real-time BIM data. No question about it. The building is going to be super efficient. We're going to do simulations in the cloud, and it's going to happen directly. The virtual building, let's say your 3D model, is going to be 100% synced with the real building. Pretty much, I don't know if you move a wall here, in this building, it's going to be moved somewhere in the computer in the world. I don't know how fast the sensor will work, but why not? There is going to be virtual property, and there's going to be real property, and they're going to be 100% synced.
We actually have people that's doing research on that right now here at Chalmers.
They can call me tomorrow. You can tell me anything about it. You know. In the design phase, anybody, anywhere is going to be a designer. You're going to be a designer. Your friend's going to be a designer. Your mother's going to be a designer. The client's going to be a designer. It's going to be all about good ideas and good concepts. You can always buy manpower, right? But the design is always down to the idea. Any form can be made. We can print it now, so there's nobody going to tell you, oh, you can't do this in concrete because the shape. You just print it. It's not really an issue anymore. Our design is going to be 100% parametric and value-based. Every time you make a rig, if you know the concept again, if you make a window, it's going to be flexible. You're going to connect these parameters to the cloud, which means that if somebody puts in a different value, the window is going to move. We have today energideklaration, for example. You're actually you're taking a paper and you're looking at the house and you're trying to put down what values you got. It should be the other way around. You should put in your energideklaration, you should be dimensioning the house, right? That's what it's going to be. Nobody is ever going to need to remodel a house if you're going to make a project, tillbyggnad anywhere. It's going to be there, it's going to be free, and it's going to be available. If you make any drawings, they're going to be 100% automatic, they're going to be 4D, and it's going to be in any language. Just like the internet. Oh, I need an English drawing, check. I need a German drawing, check. You know, it's just parameters, right? And house is a house. You're going to design with a price tag, that's a good one. It's going to be better houses. And you're going to subscribe to your 3D models. If we, for example, use an RSS feed for X, Y, Y coordinates and the widths, you're just going to log into your 3D program, switch, I want to have the construction model, please. And I want to have the map model. Doom, doom, it's going to be right there. Now I don't want to have it anymore. It's just a feed of coordinates, feed of parameters. In the construction phase, there's going to be a building site full of sensors. We're going to have building robots. We're going to have 3D printers all over the place. And every single building component is going to have a name, a GUID. You're going to be able to search it on the internet. If I write wall at Lilla Bommen, it's going to find the wall at Lilla Bommen. If you own a building, it's going to say, oh look, we have a sale on Windows today in Google, something like that. Right? You can add words connected to your 3D model. If you look on the facility management, here's the big money saver. It's going to be a BIM in the cloud, and this is one hard to formulate. Facility management are going to actually start every parameter. If you have a parameter in a project, for example, energy or I don't know, dimensions, the only one who are able to put this parameter down is the person going to use the house. Like I told you, energideklaration, you're going to make your parameters in the finished house and send them up into design and production. Today is the other way around. You start building your car and you go through the phases, and here you have a train. In the future, you're going to have a train here, and you're going to tell everybody up instead, we want to have a train, and everybody's going to fix. The problem with BIM today is that we don't have this, we don't have the kravställning all the way down. Nobody down here in facility management knows what's BIM. They don't have no clue, but it's going to be changing that. Every building is going to be 100% open. You're going to go down to go for Google. You're going to Google at Wallenstams bostadshus. You're going to Google exactly what the performance is or the wall category. You're going to press download 3D model, and it's going to get up1 like that. Maybe, yeah, why not? Every company has a house knows exactly how many components they have. They can, when they take down a house for a use purpose, they can sell the door. They have this door, we have a 629, we take it out. Oh, let's go to eBay and sell the door. Somebody else with the same configuration and GUID is going to say, I like that door, and they're going to buy it. Maybe do it by itself, we don't know. So all the parts can be reusable. This we have in the car industry today. Every airplane works like this. We're selling engines, instruments all over the world. Can be exactly the same in the building industry. Buildings going to talk to each other and help each other. Like I told before, we have dynamic buildings. Storm coming in, 100 buildings on the east coast of America is going to start shutting shutters, and there's a train derailing, filters are closing itself. This building has another building, you know, there's something going on here. Close up your emergency systems. Buildings are already talking to each other today. If you need blueprints, they're going to be made automatically. I've said it 100 times. And this one is really interesting. The virtual 3D model, the virtual product, the BIM database is going to be more expensive than the real house. That's a good one. So when you buy a house, you're going to buy the real house, maybe 100 millions, and you're going to buy the 3D model for 300 millions. It's going to be so much knowledge in here that when you buy a house, you're going to buy it. It's like buying Apple every time you buy a house. It's going to be interesting. And that's all for me. Do you have any questions?